This is Charlie Chaplin. In his youth, he came to America as part of a troupe of actors. He became an international film star in Hollywood, and with other stars, he founded the film studio United Artists. Chaplin is concerned with the events in Europe. The war between Germany and Poland seems unavoidable, and Hitler grows more influential and aggressive day by day. He feels that his duty is to oppose Hitler, and he decides to make a film ridiculing the dictator. Chaplin and Hitler probably are the most famous people of their time. They were born 4 days apart and have identical moustaches. Chaplin makes detailed preparations for his first movie with full sound. He watches all the available footage of Hitler, studying his speech and mannerisms in minute detail. The script is centered around two characters, a Jewish barber and an anti-Semitic dictator. The action takes place in a fictitious European country, but it's obvious to everyone that it's actually Germany. But people in Hollywood have serious doubts about the film's potential. Many share Chaplin's beliefs, but fear grave financial losses. The movie might be denied a German release, and there might be problems with distribution in England, where the government are pursuing a policy of appeasement towards Hitler. The film might also cause an international scandal. Officially, there is a law on neutrality in America. President Roosevelt's hands are also tied by this law. He has to pursue a cautious foreign policy, but at the same time, he's doing everything he can to stand up to Hitler. He responds to the occupation of Czechoslovakia with sanctions. When pogroms begin in Germany, Roosevelt wants to extend German Jews the right to emigrate to the USA, but many Americans fear an invasion of refugees. Meanwhile, the situation in the East is heating up. Germany and Poland are on the brink of war. Roosevelt invites senators to the White House in order to overturn the Neutrality Act. But opposing Germany and a potential war are not in the interests of the leaders of American business. Henry Ford, head of the world's biggest car company, actively lobbies in favor of neutrality. He is joined by the legendary pilot and World War I hero Charles Lindbergh. The idea of a war is unpopular in many parts of society. While the politicians stand by, Chaplin keeps up the fight against Hitler. But he faces difficulties in preparing his film. The German embassy in Washington, D.C. demands that the making of the movie is banned. United Artists put direct economic pressure on Chaplin. They say that his last film, Modern Times, was communist. Everyone is scared, not just of the leftist tone of Chaplin's film, but that it will start a war. Chaplin is forced to invest $500,000 of his own money in the film, an enormous sum at the time. In the USA, the pilot Charles Lindbergh is growing more and more popular. He speaks out against war and even plans to run for president. The elections are drawing closer, and Roosevelt is forced to change his rhetoric. Chaplin is harassed and he receives threats. But Chaplin doesn't abandon his film and hires a bodyguard. He decides, no matter what, to shoot the film as soon as possible. Chaplin releases the film in 1940 and is taken to court, charged with instigating war. But on the first day of the trial, the Japanese attack Pearl Harbor. Roosevelt declares war on Germany, and the controversy around the film becomes irrelevant. The Great Dictator will eventually become one of the most popular and prominent anti-Hitler works of the time, and will become a great symbol of the fight against fascism in Europe.